Hey traders, let's have a quick. I'm going to give you a quick little update on First Majestic and also RIC. RIC is the stock code there. So let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader: emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Hey traders, I've just recorded the video walking you through my 10K trading plan. In this video, I'm going to share with you all the steps to go from nothing to 10K per month. This is the exact formula, step by step you need to follow. Click on the button above that says 10K trading plan to get access now. Alright guys, so let's have a look at this here. First Majestic, I had basically, this is from a YouTuber. So I want to do this. And I want to share with you what I'm seeing on First Majestic. So First Majestic, guys, what is First Majestic doing? We have First Majestic for recent times anyway. The market's come down, went sideways, and then now this had a big drop down again as well too. Now we're going sideways again. So it's really interesting to see what is going on through. We've been stepping down, and every time we've tried to break down, we've been holding here around that $8 mark. Really interesting, right? Very interesting to see what's happened here with First Majestic. Now, as you can see, we've been stepping up, we've come back down. What I need to look at, guys, is you need to look at that weekly chart here. Okay, this is that long-term weekly chart through here. And this is the chart that I want you guys to really focus on. Because we've had this big bull market, and then they're smashing down, and now we're just going sideways here. So the first thing I want you to see, the first thing I want you to guys to have a look at is that where are the resistance and support levels. So we can see that there's been a major area of support and resistance through there, because this point through here. But the recent times, that support and resistance level has been more through, I'd have to say more through there. We had a drop through, and then we had a rally, and then it came back down and dropped through. So you can see that whole area. Actually, if I just draw a little box here, just bear with me for a minute, guys, and you'll be able to see what I'm doing here. We can see by looking at this key area here, that's probably the area that I'm looking at. All right, you with me so far, guys? With me? And you can see we had this big drop down through here. So that's nothing we need to worry about. So what's going on with First Majestic? Well, firstly, we've had this pretty big drop down. I can see that by looking at where the market has actually rallied. We had this peak here, and it's made a higher peak here, made a higher peak there, made a higher peak there, and it's potentially made a higher peak there. So this last major higher peak has trumped over all these peaks, which is actually very bullish sign for First Majestic. So looking on the short term, what do we see? Well, we actually can see that we're actually dropping through here, and now we're just going sideways. Now here is the key area for me, guys, that I'm looking at. We can see how on this weekly chart, if I open up my chart, you can see how it's had a lot of problems breaking above, and probably even trying to close above that $10 mark for me, especially this level through here. You can see this whole area through here, this $10 mark for me, guys, is definitely a key area for me. So right now it's just sideways and holding strong. If we do get a nice closer back above, say $10 through here, then so that $10-11 level there. But firstly, if we get a nice weekly close back above $10, well, then that's going to show that, hey, this is now pausing, and now we're likely to start reversing. So that's the first thing. The next thing is if we get a drop down, then we're likely to continue down. Looking under the daily chart, we can actually see this here. We actually can see how it's had a lot of problems breaking up, and we're in this sideways channel through here. Just this real sideways action. And we can see that that's what's happening through there. So if we break above $10, we're likely to start rallying. If we start dropping below this level through here, this say $7.80 level. Well, guess what, guys? That is a key indication that we're likely to start dropping down. So there's a few things there, guys. We just don't know. We're going to wait for the market to tell us what to do. But if we start to get that turn on that weekly chart, this is the weekly chart. If we start to get that turn on that weekly chart, then this could be the start, especially if we start to get a good close, weekly closer back above this resistance here. that could be the start of the next bull run happening in First Majestic. So let's go have a look at RIC, Richmont Mines. And looking at Richmont Mines, this is actually quite scary. It's actually looking really, really weak here. Looking at Richmont Mines, so you can see this market's had an enormous rally up, bit of a sideways action, and now we've dropped down and we're just going sideways through there. So what I'm looking at here, guys, is this: is that firstly, we can see, looking at this overall weekly chart, what do we see? We see this market, that's sort of that level through there. And you can see how if I just draw that level through there, you can see somewhere probably through there. I'm making it up, I think. Let's just actually, let's delete both of these. There you go. So the first thing I want to share with you guys is that, yeah, with Richmont Mines, is that you can see that we did have this low through here, and we had this low through here. Now we've made this low through here. So even if we do rally back up, if we hold here and we rally back up, then we rally back up, and that whole level there of $8 is a major key area of resistance. And I would say that we're likely to hold there and maybe even drop back down. Now this is the key, guys. This is the key. This is where watching the market unfold every single week and every single month, every single day is very, very key. So we see right now, Richmont Mines, is at, say, around $7, roughly $7, $6.85. And we can see that the market has been up to such a $12. Now, there's no reason why this can't go to $100 over the next couple of years, right? We just don't know. So what are the keys that you need to focus on? And what are the key areas you need to focus on when trading the markets? Well, the key area here, guys, you need to see is that watching this unfold right in front of you. So the first thing is that we see that there's this major area here of $18, which has been just above $18, which has been a quite decent level of support, and then drop back down. With me so far? So if we do get a rally, if we do get some sort of a rally, and we get up to the $18 level, that's going to be key to see what actually happens there. Let's have a look at this here for a minute. So we actually have that, and we know we have this some sort of support and resistance line through there. So you can see how that if it does rally back up to 18, this is the if scenarios, all right? We have to say, and this is why some people say on my YouTube channel, it's like the if scenarios. It's like, yeah, because that's all we have. If this happens, it means this, so therefore this is likely to happen. Do you know what I mean? If we break down, we're likely to continue back down, probably back down to $3, the way this looks. If we do hold and we do rally back up and we hit that $18 level and then we reject it, then yeah, that could be, then we could see a move back down to $4. But here's the thing, as you can see by looking at this weekly chart here, and guys, if you're trading this stock and you want to get into this stock, what is the key area for me to focus on that is going to show me that, okay, we're now likely to see some movement to the high side? Well, we need to break up, and we need to really have a nice decent break above, probably even get back up to $10 on a nice weekly close, because if that happens, we're likely to come back down, hold that level, and then start a new high compared to this high here back in 2000 or back in this year. So you see what I'm doing there, right? The market breaks up, and then we hold support, and then we rally back up. Now, what would be even more of a bullish sign is that if the market holds and rallies, but it rallies up here to where we have this peak through here, we make a higher peak. Now the market's likely to come down. If that happens, that's a very bullish sign, because now if we do get a pullback, we're likely to come down to this area, find support, and then rally back up. With me so far, guys? So that's what I'm seeing there overall long term on Rick. Let's have a look at let's go back to, that there. Let me see what's happened. What's the daily chart showing here? So the daily chart, once again, guys, you can see what's happening here on the daily chart as well too. So you can see what I do, guys. You can see I look at that weekly chart. A weekly chart for me is the first big picture I look at. You see this whole area here, that's the area I was noticing on the weekly chart. The market's like going through this little sort of pennant through here. Do we drop down? If we drop down, we could see this thing rally back down to $3. Or Once again, guys, if we do rally back up, there's a major area of that resistance at $8. If we break that, we just continue to rally back up to that $10. We're now making that new higher peak, and guess what? Now things are likely to change, and I believe that happens. We're now likely to hold, and we're likely to race to new highs. And I could see maybe even like a $15, $20, Richmont mines moving into next year if that does happen. So. But that to me is just a wild guess, that last thing I just said there about where I think it's going to go. So, but looking at the charts, guys, and this is the reason why we need to flow with the market, right? We need to flow with what the charts are telling us. By looking at the peaks and troughs, by looking at the strength and moves, by looking at the support resistance levels, by looking at all these different things, we start to get a gauge of what's happening. Now, just remember, guys, the if scenarios are important because we need to flow with the market. Right now, the market could say it's likely to go down. Right? The market's likely to go down. But if we, especially we're trading a daily chart, and the next few days we can see it actually not planning out that way and start to turn, we need to be quick to react or quick to respond to those situations in the markets. Make sense, guys? So there's an update, and there's some awesome technical analysis or awesome chart reading to, tools that you can use to help you. And no matter what chart you're looking at, you can apply this analysis and you say, okay, cool, I can see what's happening here, and you can watch it fold. Now, just a quick caveat on that: if the market does drop down, as I said before, we could see a drop back down to say that $3 level there. So, really, really, really interesting. Remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today. I'm not going to BS you here. Trading is hard. Over my 10 years of trading, I've learned some amazing systems and strategies, and I've put it all in my brand new Grab the Markets by the Balls course. And I'm giving you 100% free access. This whole course is 12 videos long and almost 10 hours of the best systems and strategies that I know. Click on the image below now to get 100% free access right now.